us about the decision to have a dart off the order today and finish things off like that?
Yeah, it was more to keep everyone in the same position. So if I went up the top of it, 3, 4, and 5 stayed the same. I think if they got sort of 150, 200, we probably would have then looked to move the batters up the order, if that makes sense. But with it only being 70, that was the decision that he took.
Was part of the thinking though the way you went about it to sort of keep the party atmosphere going? When you'd obviously got the crowd on their feet, and they were obviously eager to smile about and cheer when you were on short innings.
I was always going to go out there and try not to be probably ultra positive. The new ball feels a bit better off the bat than the slightly old softer one. Once one hit the middle, I was like, I'll have a craft.
And then Solzak was back the pitches wherever at the end. Was he, as far as he was all right?
I think he's got a fracture in his finger, which is unfortunate. Was he devastated then?
Joe, what we're dealing with in terms of how long that might be?
Oh no, I think it's too early to say that. I think he's only says that's good.
And I guess if you could take a wider lens on it and take yourself to after the start of the series, you've made the changes with the squad. You've brought in a couple of younger players into new positions. How satisfied are you with the performance over a 3-match sort of span?
Yeah, really good. I think obviously point out Gus, Jamie Smith, obviously their debut series. I think they've been both absolutely phenomenal and have performed sort of above than sort of what maybe people were expecting them to do. Certainly not what we expected. That's why we selected them and gave them the opportunity. Jamie obviously has put some unbelievable performances in with the bat, but also I think behind the stumps as well, he's been class. I think he's a wicket keeper. You want to be unnoticed. That's always a good thing. It sounds weird saying he's been unnoticed because that means he's been good. Obviously is coming to the team in a new role back at number 7. I think he showed his ability to be able to read the situation of where we're at in the game, it's credit to his attitude as well. That obviously I think quite a few people will be pretty devastated that they fell 5 controls for the first ever Test match 100, but he sees it as an output as it then got 95 runs and sort of putting the team before any individual milestones. He seems to have got everything as a player. He's got a power game, he's got the technique to be able to get through any tricky periods like we've seen on a couple of occasions. He's proper running.
And you've talked in the past, I think, about enjoying other teammates' success more than your own even. A couple of times at this test, whether you were sort of watching Jamie smack it over the pavilion and over the stand rather, and then when he got out throwing your head back, are you, because this is the team that you've sort of just put together, are you sort of riding the roller coaster of emotions with these lads and sort of watching them go and really feeling it?
I feel like the camera's just constantly on the captain, to be honest. I've always been like that. But yeah, I'm obviously, I love seeing players do well. Devastated when things like that can happen. So yeah, I'm always good for a reaction or two. I love nothing more than seeing teammates do well, teammates flourish. Always wanting them to go out and succeed. So quite exuberant in that's it.
Chris, Kit, and then we'll do Will and Bish.
Ben, over the last 10, 11 years or so, you've faced the best fast bowlers in the world, all around the world. Just how good was that spell from Mark Wood after managing?
Yeah, it was phenomenal. He's walked off with 5 wickets there. I still don't think, he's got the rewards that he actually deserved with the effort that he's put in over the 2 test matches. He's been incredible. Obviously, he's known for running in spell after spell, ball after ball, and giving everything he possibly can towards the team and the show. But that spell this afternoon was just absolutely awesome. Not only was it fast, it was extremely skillful. And there was at a time where I'd sensed that, right, this is time to sort of blow them away. So it was always great to be able to turn to someone like Woody who has that express pace, and even obviously with the ball reversal it's going to be even harder. So that's why I love having someone like Woody in the playing 11 to be able to do that. Not just at the back end, on the team, on the tail, but also you feel that even as the top order get in, you feel like you can do something and blow the game over. it's also nice having someone like us as well to refer to do that. But yeah, what he did that this afternoon was just absolutely awesome to watch.
You mentioned before the series that you guys as a group are building towards that next Ashes series. How confident are you can keep Artwood firstly fit and secondly in that kind of form go into that series?
Yeah, well, gosh, I mean, it's obviously a long time away. Bowling as fast as he does and how much energy and effort he puts into every single ball that he bowls is hard on the body. But yeah, what he showed today is exactly why we want Artwood around. He's awesome. I'd love to still have him around, but I hope so. I hope that's good.
Okay, go ahead.
You keep backing the right horses. Sometimes you surprise us with your picks. You were right about Basher, you were right about Atkinson, you were right about Smith. Who's next? Who are you on the county circuit? Who you tipping next? Who have they got your eye on?
Paul Collingwood had the lights on for a bit today. No, I don't think he's coming back for time anytime soon. No, but look, I think what I feel that me, Brendan, Rob Key and Luke Wright are good at is just identifying something in a player that stands out to anyone else in that competition, and that makes sense. We obviously went into detail about our reasons why we selected Basher India. Same again with Jamie, with the way in which he plays. So, when you see something, you've got to back that. When you're in a position in terms of making those decisions, you've just got to back those. And it obviously it is nice to see those decisions pay off. But even if they don't, I still feel that we always select the right squad, we select the right 11. Everyone wishes they could go out and perform every single time they do, but that's not the case. But I think it's great for Gus and Jamie in particular that the first series of international cricket, in terms of test matches, that they know that they can do it. They know they are capable of delivering in all different types of situations. So I think it's going to hold them in really, really good state going forward.
Is it Eddington on the park against Iraq?
Well, we'll see.
Ben, you've won 3 games in a row here, and sort of started the season at the bottom of the World Test Championship table and revising up. Is that in your mind at all that if you get on a really good winning run, you could end up in that final next year, or is it just that the points deduction against Australia and difficult result against India just means it's not really on the cards?
I think if you go out to play to win every single game, that's always our objective. There's a lot that goes into allowing you to do that. So yeah, I'd like to think if you end up winning, then you probably give yourself a good chance of being there. Look, I understand why the World Test Championship is in place and why it got put in place. But we take every game as it comes. We go there with the same mentality, same mindset every single time. But I love what I always say, we're a team and I'm a captain who really wants to make sure that every individual and as a team we concentrate on our process, which goes into the test match. And we know if we play to our capabilities, then we're going to give ourselves a great chance of winning the game.
When you announced that today, were you aware of fastest 15 statistics and things like that? It looked like, I think the Ismail one is 21 balls or something, it looks like you missed out, and you looked like you were a bit disappointed not to hit it for 4 or 6 to get there, or did you not know?
No, I genuinely didn't know. When I did get it, Ducky did mention it, but Colin told me in the dressing room that they got the fastest 50 for another. It was all just sort of trying to force it to ignore it in some sense.
Bish and Simon, and then we'll do one more after that.
Just on that reverse swing spell, you kind of set it off before lunch. I feel like we haven't seen that in a while, and is that partly down to the fact that the ball gets changed 4 times 80 over the segment, so we don't actually get the ball in that condition?
I actually said to Hodge, who was out there batting at the time, I said, you need to blame Louis for this, because that 60 hit another shot on the rough side. That's why I started doing loads. But we did manage to get it reverse swinging a little bit. Brookie, I thought, did an amazing job on the ball this week, and in particular today. Got that 60 hit off Bash couldn't have landed any better for us in terms of landing on the rough side, and made it end up doing a lot more than what it was doing. but yeah, that's obviously, we capitalised on that. We knew that it started reverse swinging, so that's why I got 2 seamers back into attack. Even though Basher's bowling is lovely, but yeah, that was going to be our way to sort of, you know, bowl the West Indies out quick is when the balls reverse swinging, because I know that Woody, Gus, myself, and Wiz were all, you know, pretty comfortable when the ball was reversing.
And obviously reverse swing is a team effort because it's not just about the bowlers, it's about the catchers, but also the way you pass the ball around in the field. You mentioned Brook there, you can see obviously on his right trouser mate, it's completely red. Why has he now got that job, and what did Joey do wrong to take off it?
No, they just choose between themselves, I think. I don't really know what their thought process is to why one's better than the other. But yeah, it's one of those, like, reverse swing doesn't come that often, but you really need to make sure that you look after the ball, because reverse swing is actually a lot harder to chase than normal zone. So when we do get reversing, it's so important to look after the ball and keep a nice hand on where it's spin.
Simon, and then one more, please.
Wokesley only bowled a couple of overs today. Is your right? Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, he just was he had a little bit of a sore quad, you know, and where we were in the game, you do have to think about what we've got coming up, and I didn't want to put him at risk for anything further on in the summer. Obviously, if the game got to a point where it was like, right, I need to give Wokesley the ball here, I would have done that. But it was obviously that thing about not putting Wokesley at risk any more than what he is. He would have been absolutely fine to bowl. But yeah, it just got to the point where I thought the ball was reverse swinging, that Woody and Gus were the 2 guys who I thought were going to make the game open for us and bowl West Indies out as good as possible.